Oh my God, I feel like coming back for another one. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. You know, I don't know how long this is going to be, but somebody asked me to talk about this, and I've been wanting to talk about it, so I figured, fuck it. Why not do another live stream? We back. We got time. I'm going to keep it G real. Today I got time, cuz. You disrespected me asking how gangster I was. I'm going to keep it G real. Today I got time, cuz. We got time today, cuz. Again, I don't know how long this is going to be. Everybody have a good and safe Friday. I'm probably going to be low key. I'm going out, Papa got to go out of town and work. So I'll be in LA. I'm just going to chill out. Spence versus Porter is amazing. So I'm going to be out there for that. So I'm just chilling. I got a pack. They want to work like me. Michael Guerrero sounded like man fan extraordinaire. This motherfucker just yelled Canelo. What is that supposed to be? See, now you guys are starting to see the difference between new media, Eagles Army, boxing fans, and what I invented or what I call man fans. Like screaming Canelo with a exclamation point. What does that mean? That you a groupie? We here for the real fans, bruh. Not people just screaming out a man's name. Canelo! Okay, Jimmy Lennon Jr. These man fans are out of control. They like Tekashi. This shit going crazy. Going up on a Tuesday. Listen, we're going to ask the questions that need to be asked. Hold on. You know, give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix something. Man, these dudes screaming a man's name. Like that's how they get their rocks off. Canelo, like they Michael Buffer and shit. What the fuck? Fake ass Rocky Balboa. Drago! just gonna scream a man's name. Anyway, this ain't for them. This is for the real boxing heads that want to talk about the game, what's going on. Hold on. I gotta use my hand sanitizer. This is some great shit. I gotta clean up. Okay. Now, let's talk about it. Oh, yeah. They ducking Andrade like Tekashi 6ix9ine gonna snitch on him. Oh, wow. Somebody said Tekashi snitched on Avery Sparrow and got the Ryan Garcia fight canceled. Hey, y'all crazy. That's funny. That's funny, though. Damn, bro. I should know better than to eat and watch an Ego live stream. What? I made you throw up? What does that mean? That man do a throw up. He did the throw up. He said my streams got him yakking. Listen. Listen. Y'all hear me? Why is Demetrius like Charlo? I'm not even gonna use. I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna talk about Charlo because there's a built-in excuse for him. We know he can't get no work over on Dazn. So different sizes, street, whatever. Why? He said I almost choked when you yelled out Canelo. That's how these dudes act, bro. It's like not realistic. They like, I don't know. It's just like groupie shit. Talking about Fury going to knock Wilder out in 2 rounds. Like, who's he knocked out in 2 rounds? Schwartz? So you think Wilder's the same level of threat as Tommy Schwartz? Schwarzenegger? Yeah, hey, Dylan. When I work out, it's like I'm getting the sensation of calming day and night. Like, bro, who the fuck is Tom Schwarzenegger? Like, for real. Like, real talk. Who is Tom Schwartz? And this how I know old media is dead and they lying, because we never hear about any of these people. We never hear about these matchups being concocted amongst the fan until the media, or not media, the promoters put it out there. Like, if Tom Schwartz was that raw, then how come we never heard nobody reference Tom Schwartz to getting a big fight with any top level heavyweight until they made the decision to put Tyson Fury in there with Tom Schwarzenegger? Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, you're killing, bro. Nobody knew who he was. Same with Otto Wallin, even Canelo Kovalev. You didn't really hear fans of Canelo clamoring for the Kovalev fight, because they weren't even thinking about Canelo fighting at 175. Canelo this year said he wanted to unify the middleweight division. And now motherfuckers act like they forgot. This is not my path for him. This is what he said his path was. This is what he said he wanted to do. Not I, but he wanted to do. Y'all gonna get this work. Hold on. The money came in right as I was putting y'all on pause. Shout out to Cash Boxing for the $5 Money King. $5 Cash Boxing. Appreciate you. That's what we do. Boxing and cash. Cash boxing. That's what we about. Y'all gonna pay me for this time. Okay. Listen. Kamal, shout out to Kamal. He's been staying on it. And we talked about this too. He's one of the people who recommended me talk about this. Listen, nobody was even talking about Canelo versus Kovalev. Nobody was even talking about Canelo going to 175. You know why? Because he doesn't need to go to 175. Because he fought a weak-ass fight with Chavez Jr. And I'm not saying weak on his behalf, because he did what he had to do. But weak in behalf of it wasn't a good fight. You know, it wasn't a competitive fight. Chavez went in there and laid an egg. So that's one of your fights at 164.5, so 160-ish, right? Then you had 2 fights with the same person, and then you fought Jacobs because the Rocky Fielding happened in another. Why would I want to see you leave the division or the other division you're a champion, 160 and 168, to go fight at 175? Bro, it's a smokescreen. Like Kamal Oz is telling you, like Ego is telling you, it's a smokescreen. Out of all that talent at 160, all the tough fights at 160, you want to fight Kovalev. Let me put this in perspective for you. Canelo was 1 win away from making real credible history as being undisputed middleweight champion. Yep, and him and Golden Boy messed that up. Now the belts are dispersed. You got to get them Infinity Stones from Charlo and Andrade now. Listen. And I blame DAZN too. DAZN nobody cared about Triple G versus Steve Jelly Rolls. DAZN, DAZN, who is making decisions? Y'all gonna turn me to Ego Valley. I got a question. Who is making decisions at DAZN? Well, who thought, yo, we want Triple G on board and we're hell bent on Canelo Triple G3, which I don't think people care about like you think they care about. And let's give Triple G $15 million to fight some guy no one's ever heard of, Steve Rolls. They should, man, listen, I don't give a fuck who, like, I'm on some old dog shit. He's like, I ain't doing it in front of women and kids. Man, them marks just kills your cousin and you ain't go do shit. I don't give a fuck who out there. Listen, if it's my money, if I was DAZN and Triple G, okay, we gonna pay you the $15 million. That's what we agreed to. Cool. You gotta fight Andrade. Fuck that. If you win, you win. You don't, you don't. Fuck that. How you gonna pay someone $15 million knowing you're going to lose because nobody want to see Steve Tootsie Roll? The butterfly, that's old. Let me see that Steven Roll. Steven Roll. Nobody cared about that fight. And you know that. And it from the looks of it, don't look like nobody cared about Triple G's next fight. Bro, they getting L's like Cool J. Why are you putting these fights on? You know what I'm saying? You're not even pro. Derevchenko's not as bad, but it's not my first pick. I don't think it's a lot of people's first pick. It's for a title, yes, I get that. But at the end of the day, this is not what people ask for. And it wouldn't even be that bad if you didn't fight Tootsie Roll. The butterfly, that's, let me see you Tootsie Roll. Tootsie. Nobody cared about that fight. So if I'm paying $15 million, you got to fight Andrade. Why is Demetrius Andrade being shunted over at DAZN? Canelo won't fight him. He'd rather fight someone at 175 who's on his way out than to fight Andrade. And they're all in the same squad. And Andrade was like, hey, where your cojones at, Canelo? You gonna let Andrade for years disrespect you. Andrade called him a bitch. It's on the Boxing Voice. Post-fight, after he beat Zaleski, he said, where your cojones, fight me? And he keep talking. And Canelo's supposed to be so this prideful Mexican guy, he's supposed to be so prideful. Why not fight Andrade? Why didn't DAZN make Triple G fight him? Bro, they don't even have no control over their fighter. Man, hell no. You think I would ever pay for something under my brand, my imprint, my potential loss, and I ain't got no jurisdiction, I ain't got no control? They want Canelo Triple G, and they can't even get Canelo to commit. Bro, who wrote this contract for Canelo? Stevie Wonder? Ribbon in the sky for all. 13 young dumb baby. Bro, who wrote this contract? Why would you not? How is it that HBO Boxing renewed their contract with Andre Ward, and they said, hey, you can fight two guys of your choice, voluntary fights. Third fight has to be Kovalev. DAZN does not have anything in writing that shows that Canelo must fight Triple G. And they gave him $365 million. Who does this? Okay, first of all, I don't even think Canelo Triple G3 is as important as they think. Muy importante. I don't think it's as important as they think it is for the landscape of boxing. People would probably prefer Canelo versus a whole lot of other guys, fresh faces, David Benavidez, Charlo, Andrade, blah, 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 right? But if your company felt it was that important, then why wouldn't you put that in the paperwork so you can at least hold him to something? Now you got De La Hoya promising it, and then Canelo saying, hell nah, I don't want to fight him. Why should I? That chapter's closed. De La Hoya says a lot of things that don't make sense. This shit look childish. This look like the Apollo, amateur hour at the Apollo, bro. Mr. King Palmer. So my thing is this. I don't care. Me personally, I don't think Canelo Triple G3 is all that desired like that, especially when nothing's changed. Triple G getting a year older. He just fought Tootsie Rolls. He ain't done nothing to make me want to see that. If he beat Andrade and then the fight was for undisputed, then I would want to see that, because that's right. That's the rightful succession. But Triple G ain't done nothing to even arouse my interest in that, right? Canelo, kind of hit or miss because he fought Rocky Fielding, but then he fought Jacobs. The performance wasn't like stellar, but at least he was willing to fight Jacobs, who, didn't do the weigh-in on the same day or whatever. So I give Canelo at least some credit for that. But Triple G definitely ain't pulled his weight. And you trying to force feed us that, whatever. Even if you want to force feed us Canelo versus Triple G3, why didn't you put this in the contract so Canelo can't have this standoff and not fight Triple G? Horrible, bro. Because if I'm really being honest, Canelo versus Triple G ain't never been stopped. I never even seen him knocked down. He said he ain't never got hurt. So Triple G, I don't really care about it like that, but I'm a reasonable person. Canelo Triple G3 is probably more, I think it's better than the Kovalev fight in the sense of competitiveness. Do you get what I'm like? Kovalev's been stopped. We've seen him stop. We keep seeing him get hurt. We don't see Golovkin can be walking through some shit. So, in terms of competitive, listen, people have one question, and that's, can Canelo deal with the added weight and the power of Kovalev? That's the only level of curiosity. But I tell you guys, Canelo is closer than what you think to that weight class. He's already fought at 64.5, 168. It's not as far as they're trying to make it out to be. He's not like, he's shorter, and then people are banking off that. It's not about heights. Nonito Donaire beat Jeffrey Matabula, who is from, I think he's African, South Africa or something. He like 6 feet tall at 122 or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not just about height differentials. See, this is the thing. Canelo's not emaciated at 160, 168. In fact, when he fought Chavez Jr., he looked big and he looked like real full at the weigh-in. When he fought Chavez Jr. And he was coming up from 54. You know why? Because he was killing himself to make 54. So it gave his body a rest. So he looked more full and natural. He didn't look bad. He didn't look like when Andre Ward first moved to light heavyweight, he didn't look that big in comparison to Sullivan, Brer, Kovalev. So I'm really not impressed with that. I'm not impressed with that because, who would you give Canelo more credit for stopping? Let's be real. A guy who's never been stopped like Triple G, Charlo, or Andrade, or Kovalev, who we've seen hurt and stop on numerous occasions. That's it. The whole claim to fame is that Canelo's moving up 2 divisions and 4 divisions. That's what they're selling it as. But Andre Ward knows boxing, right? Illustrious career, good commentary. He's been doing it at a high level. If what I'm saying is so outlandish, make sure you guys smash the like button. How come Andre Ward just did an interview with ESPN and says Canelo can finish Kovalev off? How come Dimitri Bivol's team says Kovalev is not the same fighter? How come Kovalev's own trainer, his older trainer, former trainer, John David Jackson, is picking Canelo and says that Kovalev don't like it to the body, that's why Canelo picked him? Why? These are all educated minds in the boxing world. Why would listen? Given the circumstance, if Kovalev was like the Errol Spence of light heavyweight, Canelo wouldn't be the favorite coming up. That's the point blank period. Name a guy who would come up from 135 to 147 and fight Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, the guys we believe are the number 1 guys at welterweight, and they would be the favorite. Name one person. I'm going to repeat the question. Errol Spence has momentum. Terrence Crawford has momentum. Name somebody from 135 who would jump up 2 weight classes and they would be a massive favorite to beat Errol Spence or a massive favorite to beat Terrence Crawford. See, new media just keep asking the questions. Okay, block Randy Figueroa. He says Lomachenko would be favored to beat Errol Spence. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Lomachenko getting knocked down by Jorge Linares. Errol Spence would beat the fuck out of Lomachenko. Block Randy Figueroa. Yeah, you got to go, dog. Bro, he having a tough time with Pedraza, who tank stopped. Errol Spence would annihilate him. Y'all would see the Matrix come to a close. Terrence Crawford, oh my God, bro. Y'all can't be serious. And funny thing is, we've already seen somebody from 135, 140 come up and test Errol Spence. And you've seen what happened. That was Mikey Garcia. Mikey got more punch than Lomachenko, and you've seen what happened. Mikey's smart, so these dudes know they lying. See, once again, new media, I don't have to lie to make any point. I'm just telling you what I feel, but I'm also giving you examples. Ain't nobody coming up from 35, you know, and would be favored to beat that person, you know. And there's a lot of great fighters like Devin Haney and stuff, but based on, you know, where he's at and Ryan Garcia, where these guys are at, Teofimo, they wouldn't be favored to beat Errol Spence right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to start beef or whatever, because I'm sure a lot of those guys are probably cool with each other. But I'm just making the simple point that there's a reason Canelo's being favored to beat Kovalev. Is because we've all seen where Kovalev is at in his career. He's still dangerous. He knocked out Yard, but Yard is inexperienced. Canelo's been fighting since he was 15, and he's not as tiny as people are making it out to be. Period. He said, man down, Loma down. They want to kill Loma. Man, these dudes aren't even realistic. Loma would not. Loma wouldn't even be a massive favorite over Tank Devin Haney at this point, or Mikey Garcia. So let alone moving up 2 weight classes to fight Errol Spence or Crawford. And the funny thing is this. If you believe what I'm saying to be false, then write to Top Rank and tell them to put Lomachenko in there with Crawford. That's a Top Rank fighter. And let's see what the odds are, and let's see what happens in that. I'll bet whatever. Lomachenko would get demolished at 147. Not just by those two, but definitely by those two. Put Lomachenko at 147. Bro, they're making excuses for Lomachenko to not fight at 140 against Pacquiao. Pacquiao's not that big, but they know Pacquiao will bust that ass. Man, I just tell y'all what it is. Y'all know what it is. If y'all feeling so froggish, why don't Lomachenko go up to 40 and fight a power puncher and a tough, rugged Mexican with amateur experience that can box like Jose Ramirez? He's with Top Rank. He just knocked out Maurice Hooker, who looked a bit bigger than him. So, and he's moving up. Maurice Hooker's moving up in weight. So let's see Lomachenko fight Jose Ramirez. If you're not even willing to fight the top guys at 140, put Regis Prograis in there with Lomachenko. We'll see how much Matrix we see. Let's see if Lomachenko give Regis them angles. Man, it's just a different caliber of punching and toughness. Regis Prograis got cracks. Y'all know, old media is so desperate. They know everything that they stood for is coming to an end. All this agenda, all this bullshit, everything they've been saying has been getting obliterated. And I love it. I don't think Loma beats anyone worth a damn at 140 or 140. Yeah, he could beat Pablo Cesar Cano or some shit like that at 140. He ain't beating Regis Prograis. I think Lomachenko will have issue with 135-pound Broner. Broner might beat that ass at 135 because he let his hands go a bit more at 135. Broner might, and he was hitting hard. And he's still hitting hard. Broner might Maidana even said Broner hits hard. He even, if I'm not mistaken, he said Maidana said Broner hit harder than Floyd. Man, Broner at 35 might might give Lomachenko them headphones. Beats by AB. Ah, man, you know, AB, another body. AB might, at 35, prime for prime. Lomachenko is in a weak 135 right now. The only people who are making the division exciting are the young cats, and they're so new in their journey where they don't have the resume and or like, you know, they don't have the experience, like pro experience. Like Devin Haney's raw, and he wants all the work. You know, and Ryan Garcia and Teofimo, those are it's like the new school of fighters that are really young. But see, this is the thing. Devin Haney said it himself. If shit's sweet, if he's so easy, just beat him easy, get an easy paycheck, and then go out. So basically, let's see Lomachenko do what Mayweather did at age 36, 37, and school up the young cat. That would be the same thing. But it actually be more impressive. It's always going to be more impressive because this is what they do with black fighters. Black fighters got to do more and more and more and more. They got to do 6 to 10 times more to get the same, if not less, respect, according to old media's double standards. For example, Floyd was like 37, took on a 23-year-old who was bigger than him in a higher weight class. 37 years old doing this with a great resume. Loma only got 15 fights or so. His resume is cool, but it ain't Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao Cotto resume, and he won't even fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney's 20 years old, not 23 like Canelo was. Devin is bigger than Lomachenko, but we can't see that. Put your 2 gold medals up against a guy who never went to the Olympics because he was too young. He keep calling him out. But they rather fight them Luke Campbells and, you know, Tevin Campbell and Campbell Soup and all that shit. You know. Nah, dream of you night. Yeah, Luke Campbell, Tevin Campbell, Campbell Soup, good. Luke Campbell from 2 Live Crew. They rather fight all them fights, bro. Any other Earl Campbell from football, bro, they rather fight all them. Nev Campbell from Scream. Remember Nev, Cotton Weary and all these motherfuckers? Bro, they rather fight any other body but Devin. Man, come on, bro. Y'all pissing me off. They rather fight Nev Campbell and Luke Campbell, all these other motherfuckers. Luke Cage. Man, stop playing with me, bro. Nah, they wouldn't fight Luke Cage. Luke Cage might beat that ass. You know. Lex Luthor and shit, they'll fight him. This man said the beer baron piece Lomachenko up. Man, come on, Luke Campbell. And then they build it up bro, the UK been building up some. I give it to the UK. Y'all be building up some people. Sam Eggington apparently got a win, and motherfuckers just like, Sam Eggington. Like, who did he beat? He beat somebody in Italy who I've never heard of either. Luke Campbell, who he beat, though, for real. He had his best name on his resume prior to Lomachenko was a fight with Jorge Linares where he got knocked down and he lost. If I'm lying, you tell me who Luke. I don't care about the gold medal. That's great. But who he beat, Errol Spence, ain't got no gold medal and he fucking everybody up. So I don't care about that. Salido didn't have no gold medal, and he took Mr. 2-time gold medalist and beat him. So what are y'all really talking about for real? Errol Spence went to the Olympics and learned from it. He didn't gold medal, and he's still fucking people up. So I want to know as a pro what Luke Campbell has done. He all right, he cool, you know, but what has he done? All they keep telling you is the accomplishment from. We about to enter a whole nother Olympics year. So you telling me what he did 4 or 5 years ago, 2012, 8 and shit. What has he done as a pro? That's what we see. New media, we just cut out all the fat and get straight to it. Who Luke Campbell beat? His best resume name prior to Lomachenko was a fight he lost. Plus he lost to Vinicius Mendez before he later rematched him years later. So what are we talking about? Come on, bro. Eagles Army is killing y'all boys with facts. My dude J-Dub said, notice how they bring up Luke Campbell's gold medal, but they try to downplay Felix Diaz's gold medal when Crawford beat Diaz. And they also did it with Gamboa. Oh, yeah, but Gamboa got a gold medal, too. New media destroying y'all. Y'all need to just stop. Kamal Oz said they want to fight Bubba Sparks, UB40, House of Pain. Oh, wow. Or better yet, the Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Try to play me out like if my name was Sega. I came to get down. I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump. Bro, exactly. The Nutty Professor, Pete. They rather fight Pete, Andre, Lucy Lawless, and Tone Loc. They got excuses to avoid prime competition. Fact. They want to fight Nickelodeon's Pete and Pete. That's what they want Lomachenko to fight, and Golovkin. Lomachenko fight one Pete, and Golovkin fight the other Pete. Pete and Pete. That's who they want him to fight. They want Tyson Fury to fight, you know, Bubba Hotep and shit. Like, who the fuck is Bubba Hotep? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Tyson Fury versus Bubba Hotep. Man, come on. Who the fuck is Bubba Hotep, man? And then they call Wilder the coward. Yeah. The black guy's still a coward. Why? So the coward's fighting Luis Ortiz, who has an amateur record of like 350 and 19. That's what the coward does. The black coward is fighting a guy who's a decorated Cuban puncher who hurt him in the first fight. And Tyson Fury is fighting Bubba Hotep. Okay. Makes no fucking sense. The Black Channel, you know. Lomachenko fighting Theo Huxtable and all this shit. But Tank is, you know, scared and all. Man, come on, bro. Back to Canelo Kovalev. Block him. You don't tell me what to do. This is my shit. You must be new here. Interpol. You should have followed your gut. Block him. Bro. Get out of here. We talk about what we talk about. We talk. This is the army. We don't talk about what you want to talk. Okay. Oh my God. Bro, 3 shooters clapped him. Oh my God. This is legendary. See, they get mad. They was crying in there. They see how mad they get because they know we spilling all facts. Hey, he got bodied, bro. He got hit 3 times simultaneously, revived for a quick second, and then he got clapped again. That shit, these shooters is crazy, bro. I don't even know what to say. They was like, bop, bop, bop. Somebody revived him. He said, and then who was that? J-Dawg said, pop, and re-clapped him. Yeah. Watch how they keep respawning, though, because they know we got the live talk. Man, I done the livest gates. Let's get it. Anyway, Canelo Kovalev. It's cool. It's not like a horrible fight. But at the end of the day, it was perfect. It was designed. It was perfectly designed. Again, we never heard Canelo mention Kovalev as a possible upcoming foe until after Kovalev had already been stopped twice. Then we all watched the Anthony Yarde fight. There were rumors that Canelo wanted to fight Kovalev before the Yarde fight. After that performance, where Kovalev in the end got it done, but there were also flaws where, bruh, his trainer, Buddy McGirt, said, if you give me another round like that, I'm going to stop it. And you want me to get hyped for this when his trainer just told his fighter, another round like that, I've already buried one fighter this year. Another round like that, I'm pulling the plug on that. So if I seen this, then guess what? Canelo seen this because he was in negotiations with him before that moment. So that was just reassurance that you wanted to fight Kovalev. You're not fooling anybody. Stop it. Which is, bro, there's a lot of promoters. They're using old tactics from like 2001 or some shit, like De La Hoya. the style in which he is promoting this stuff is stuff that worked pre-social media age, pre-new media. Look at De La Hoya's recent interviews. It's like he's almost saying these things to build the fight, where it sounds like he's going against his fighter, but he's not going against his fighter in real life. He's just trying to build the fight. Like, for example, he said Kovalev's jab is going to give Canelo a lot of problems. So Canelo is your pupil, and if you thought his jab was going to give Canelo so many problems, who really believes that you would put him in there with that? I'm not saying Kovalev is a good jab, but the thing is, the way he's saying it, he's making it sound like he thinks Canelo is really going to not beat Kovalev. That's how. Just look at all his interview. Oh yeah, Kovalev is big. He's stronger than Canelo. His jab will give him problems. It sounds like you going for Kovalev. And if that was the case, we know you wouldn't have made the fight. So stop. Kovalev is slow. Doesn't have any inside game. Doesn't throw hooks. Bro, he throws straight shots. Canelo has good upper body movement. He gotta find a way past the jab. But Canelo has great even punch selection. He has fast ass hands, deceptively fast. Once he gets into the past the danger zone and gets in close quarters, he's gonna stay in close, where his shorter arms and his shorter stature is gonna do the work. Canelo has fast hands. He's much faster than Kovalev. His defense is better than Kovalev. He's never been knocked out like Kovalev. This fight to me is more than meets the eye. I don't think it's gonna be this. I don't expect no epic like tug of war. I think this is my truest thoughts. I think Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo could give Canelo a possible L, but at the very least, they would give him a more rugged fight, like a more competitive fight, like where we could really see Canelo have to dig down deep and shit like that. I really believe that, because styles make fights. Canelo got to stay safe. He's in there with the big punch. But even Kovalev's punching power. Name an elite person that Kovalev has knocked out, a known elite. Because Anthony Yarde wasn't really known elite. And if you say Anthony Yarde was elite, a guy who spars with his trainer who's smaller than him and doesn't spar, then I would love to hear who Anthony Yarde had beaten. Anthony Yarde didn't beat nobody. Bro, come on. Smoke and mirrors. Name somebody that Kovalev knocked out that was elite. Knocked out. Again, if you listen, I'm doing hot seats. I'm handing out hot seats. Who won it? If you say Anthony Yarde, you in a hot seat, because I need to know how he was proven elite. I'm not saying these guys can't be good. I like Anthony Yarde. I think he's good. He showed me a lot in that fight. But I'm saying leading up to the fight, he was already established as an elite level guy in his division. He hasn't. He wasn't. He simply put wasn't. To be elite, you have to at least beat somebody who's, of note in your division. Chronic Sours. He said, name an elite who Charlo or Andrade beat. Okay, J-Rock. Block him. He said, name an elite who Charlo beat, let alone stopped. Okay, he stopped Julian J-Rock Williams, who is a unified champion and just beat a bigger person, and Charlo dropped him with the jab and knocked him out. So J-Rock is an elite, and he just beat a unified champion who beat Erislandy Lara. Bye-bye. I told you. I had free hot seats. Who won it? B-Hop is a legend. B-Hop was 173 years old. Bro, these dudes ain't fuck with me. I told you. So, he said that he wasn't elite. That's somebody elite. See, I didn't even have to think for that. He said, name someone who Charlo beat that was elite. Andrade beat Vanes Martirosyan, an Olympian at that time. Vanes was the champion. So he was elite at that time. Who else? They can't do this with me. They can't do the toe-to-toe with me when it comes to these debates. So, and keep this in mind. Notice, instead of answering my only question, they have to pose their own dumb questions, which I answered. I didn't even have to answer his question because he hadn't even answered mine. So now we're going to go back to my question. And if y'all feeling froggish, then stand up. We got shooters on deck, and we going to hash this out the Fight Club way. So back to my question that he skipped and ducked, like old media does. He said, how is J-Rock not elite? Bro, that's what I'm saying. Jarrett Hurd beat Austin Trout, Edeslani Lara, plus knocked him down in the 12th round. I was there. He also beat Tony Harrison, who is now a champion. He's injured, though. These are all guys that Hurd beat, right? And then on top of that, J-Rock was the smaller guy and beat the bigger guy in the bigger guy's backyard. How is that not an elite win? How is that not elite performance? Man, get the fuck out of here. J-Rock is doing his thing. Once again, when was the last time Kovalev stopped somebody that you thought was elite? Simple question. Why won't they answer my question? They rather ask a million questions, hit the dislike button. I don't give a fuck about none of that. When was Kovalev's was the last person he stopped that was elite? What year was it? Who was it? Let's go. Let's play the game. Come on. Y'all not fucking with me. I promise you that. Who was the last person that Kovalev stopped that you thought was elite? He hurt Ward to some degree. He didn't stop him. Then he got stopped himself 2 times after that, or 2 times total. Where y'all at? See, they say, oh, bias, ego, and all this. They can't go toe to toe. He didn't stop B-Hop anyway. B-Hop almost got stopped for sure, but he didn't stop him. Here, I'm going to help y'all out because y'all not fucking with new media. All right, let's look at it. 3 losses, 2 by stoppage. Look at these fake-ass Tims. What them, 5s? These are the Tekashi prison Tims. All right. Anthony Yard was a solid win, but again, Anthony Yard was not an experienced elite guy. I don't consider him elite because who had Anthony Yard beat? If you want to take the Anthony Yard approach, then please tell me who Anthony Yard beat that you would say put him as elite. Okay, so he stopped Igor Mikhelkin. Who the fuck is that? Macaulay Culkin little brother? Vyacheslav Shabransky, who had already been stopped by Sullivan Barrera and knocked down. He didn't stop Ward. So he didn't stop Isaac Chilemba. He knocked him down. So maybe Jean Pascal in the rematch when he was with Freddie Roach. That was in 2016. So I'll give Pascal his due because he has a great resume and he's a champion again. So the last guy he stopped that was elite was probably Pascal. You know, he had an elite resume. Pascal's a good fighter, crafty. So in 2016, he stopped Muhammadi. He stopped Pascal. Before that, B-Hop he didn't stop. And then he stopped these Ishmael Select or Salai. He knocked him out bad. Cedric Agnew, Blake Caparello. See? And now we're getting into the names like, you know, Darnell Boone. This is back in 2012 stuff. So the whole point is it's been a while since Kovalev stopped anybody who had some serious momentum and was considered elite. That's just a fact. Anthony Yard was a coin flip. It was a coin flip. We didn't know what to expect. Why do you think, man? I'm about to start making a killing in boxing, even more than we already do, bro. I already told you, Kovalev versus Yard was an easy fight for me to predict, and also Andre Ward. He said a lot of the same stuff that I had been saying. It was an easy fight, and we all said the same thing. Who was Yard beat like to where you would really rock with it? I'm not saying it's boxing, so he came close. It almost happened, but he didn't quite have it. Otto Wallen almost happened, but it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? These are easy fights to call. Now, again, you can go with your gut, and things happen in boxing, Buster Douglas and stuff, but if you go with your gut, a lot of times you'll be right. Hey, I'm done with Cursor. He said Kovalev he said he had his round trip flight stopped because he was harassing somebody. Hey, you out of pocket, bro. That's funny. J-Dog killing you with the sweet science. He said J-Rock was Triple G's leading sparring partner in Big Bear for the Canelo fight. Coincidentally, Triple G looked better in the first Canelo fight than the second. Hashtag new media. Block boxing expert. I don't know how many times we blocked you. We don't care what you're saying. You're not no expert over here. Blocked. Get rid of him. Bye-bye, boxing expert. You such an expert. Let's see how many followers you got. Hold on. Let me see. You an expert, right? Let me go to his page. He an expert. Hold on. Let me see how many did Mr. Expert. Okay. Smash the like button. All right, boxing expert, no videos uploaded, 0 subscribers. You ain't a fucking expert, bruh. How you an expert with no uploads? Okay. How you an expert with 0 subscribers? You got nobody that believes you can do it. Like, what you the expert of? Failure? What you the expert of? Please let me know what you the expert of. Not uploading? Yeah, man. Don't nobody not upload videos like I do. Like, what you the expert of? Please let me know. Can't be too good, guys. I chose to be the bad guy. Fuck it. What you the expert of? Not following your dreams? Not getting nothing done? Procrastinate? What you the expert of? Motherfucker been blocked 18 times. Okay. What you the expert of? Can't be too good, guys. I chose to be the bad guy. Fuck it. Man, it's looking old. Where old media? It's looking shaky for y'all. It's looking shake and bake. Ricky Bobby shit is looking horrible for y'all. They can hit the dislike, but I don't care about none of that. I'll be in LA living my best life. All my people gonna be there. Let's get it. I enjoy what I do. Slow down, E. You almost caught the wrong body. Ego, Samiti, Sam. What you mean? What do you mean I caught the wrong body? I made a mistake. What'd I do? Man, I'm in body mode. I'm on that Call of Duty kill streak, bro. They want to disagree so bad. Canelo cherry picks his fight. Kovalev is slow. He gets hurt to the body. That's why he picked him. You accidentally clapped AMG? Oh, I didn't mean to clap anybody. See, I got it. I was trying to go to that clown's page, and I don't know. I guess I clapped somebody. My bad. Sorry, AMG. We the real AMGs, American gangsters. We American gangsters. I don't know how I clapped him, but I think I was trying to go to that other dude's page. He said, all good. Yeah, let's get it. Man, I was like Wilder I want a body so bad. Bro, they're so angry because they know they can't refute what we're saying. If you had the choice to watch listen, meaningful fights. If you had the choice to watch Errol Spence or Sean Porter or Canelo Kovalev, boxing versus boxing, what you gonna pick? If only one fight could happen this year, what is more meaningful? Come on. Another reason why I don't like this is you got guys who aren't even certified all the way like they could be in their own division, moving up in weight classes with no intention to stay. Who believes that Canelo is going to stay at 175 if he beats Kovalev and fight Beterbiev versus Voltstik winner next? So that's another reason I don't like this shit. Canelo's finna have 3 belts in 3 different divisions and not doing shit with any of them. Why would I want that for boxing? So that's another reason I don't like this dare to be great weak shit. He got a belt at 160. He got a belt at 68, fake ass Rocky Fielding, Aaron Rodgers commemorative belt. And then if he beats Kovalev, he gonna have another belt. And you ain't doing nothing with it. You're not fighting Beterbiev, Voltstik. Man, Bob Arum would probably love to make that fight. Because those are guys like who have a great chance to possibly beat Canelo. And they're not, you know, his biggest star like Crawford or something. So why else would I want that? Why would I want that? Why would I want someone holding 3 belts? Conor McGregor did this in the UFC. I don't know what you're thinking. You know, he beat Jose Aldo. That was beast. That was great. You know, he beat Eddie Alvarez. And then he had all these belts, and he's not even defending against the people. You know, there's people coming up trying to get shots, trying to actually earn a living, and you got this A side who is moving when they want to move, and it's not fair for the rest of the people. And then, like, just to get a belt and then just do it, set your, you know, fake history, and then now the belt's vacant. So now, instead of okay, here's an example. I'm destroying old media, I promise you that. If Bivol fights Kovalev and Bivol beats Kovalev, then guess what? He's a unified champion. So a guy who's planning on staying at light heavyweight for the foreseeable future now has 2 belts, right? There's a unification already happening with Beterbiev and Voltstik. So Voltstik beat Adonis Stevenson and got that WBC strap. He's about to unify with Beterbiev, I believe, has the IBF. So now, if the winner of Beterbiev Voltstik, which is actually a great fight that people need to watch with ESPN on Top Rank in Philly, if they were to fight Kovalev, then guess what? The winner of that will have 3 belts. And then the other person would just have to see Bivol. But instead, Canelo, because he's popular and because Golden Boy doesn't want to fight Charlo and Andrade and Caleb Smith and David Benavidez and these other guys that look more formidable and dangerous and fresh, then Canelo's going to use his star power, move up, and then possibly beat Kovalev, which he's the favorite to do, I believe, and then create a void because now the belt is vacant. Why would I want that? Why wouldn't I want to see somebody who's planning on staying in the division fight Kovalev, and if they can beat him, and take the belt from him and unify that way? Why would I want to see Canelo come do it, you know, disrupt the division and then move back down like he did when he did Rocky Fielding? Again, you're not Floyd. You're not Pacquiao. These dudes talk all this about Floyd, and then they try to be like him. The difference is Floyd had an established pedigree. Every fight of his wasn't controversial like Canelo's. He had an established pedigree. So if I can understand him going up fighting De La Hoya for a money fight and then coming back down, or going up and fight Cotto and then next fight fighting Robert Guerrero and then going back up fighting Canelo. That made sense because he was already certified. Floyd could have retired after the De La Hoya fight and he still would have been a legend. You know? Canelo has controversial wins in some of his important fights. So yeah, Canelo, to me, I don't like that because he's gonna just end up creating a void. If he beats Kovalev, mark my words. He already said it. It's not even mark my word. He said he coming back down to 160 with careful discipline, and he's gonna lose the weight. He said it's dangerous coming back down in weight. Blah blah blah. So he's gonna, if he beats Kovalev, set the history, and try to add that to the resume when they announce him or make a flyer about him. But he's not gonna stay up there. He already told you that. He said I'm gonna come back down to 60 and fight whoever's whatever makes the most sense for me. So why not just sit your ass at 160 and make the fights that make sense? And Dazn, like I said, they don't seem like they have no real power over like jurisdiction. Man, if I'm paying whatever the Dazon's paying Canelo, I got a say in it. Ain't nobody gonna work for my company and I don't have a say in what they do under my imprint. Fuck no. So that off top looks weird, That's why Dazn try to put their foot down. You can only fight Triple G or Kovalev. That's it. He said daring to be great is staying at 175. Yeah, exactly. Why would I want to see a fighter fight at a weight class just to drop the belt immediately? Like if Mikey would have, this is my honest opinion. If Mikey Garcia beat Errol Spence, you beat one of the hardest welterweights to beat. So I think Mikey would have stayed at welterweight if he would have beat Errol Spence. You feel me? Why would, okay, first of all, he said he's not going back to lightweight unless it's a big important fight because he doesn't want to do that to his body. So he's going to either stay at 47 or go to 140. But if Mikey would have beat the hardest guy or one of the hardest guys to beat at 147, you don't think Mikey would stay at 147? Of course he would. But Canelo, he has no intentions of staying at 175. He told you. Just like 168. Why don't you see what's shaking with David Benavidez, the rail winner? Because you want to fight Rocky Fielding to get your third belt and then dip out of the division. So this is like similar to Tyson Fury lineal. I can't respect it because I know I know the game that's at play. Tyson Fury keeps screaming the lineal stuff. That's cool. But at the same time, you don't have lineal champion responsibility. You fighting whoever you want. Bubba Hotep. See, that sounds reasonable. He said Canelo gonna come back down and fight Ryota Murata. Exactly. Just like Triple G was trying to do. And then meanwhile, the black channels, Andrade and Charlo. Shout out to Bushido Boxing. Great comment. Kovalev is safer fight despite him being two classes up. Here's the other thing. I agree with you. Here's the other thing. I don't do a bunch of conspiracy theories on my channel, but the way Kovalev is acting and the way they made it look like it was a fix. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way they're acting all giddy and taking selfies. I don't know. I don't trust Kovalev like that. So if it looked weak as fuck, man, I don't know. I don't like Pacquiao versus Clottey look fake as fuck, bro. Pacquiao versus Clottey look fake. Because Pacquiao's fake. Mark my words. Go watch that fight again. Pacquiao at that time he arguably beat Shane Mosley. Clottey arguably beat Shane Mosley. Clottey was a problem, and he was a hard hitter with the chin. He just shelled up the whole Pacquiao fight. I'm like, I've never seen Clottey fight like this. I remember we went to my brother Aaron's house, and he ordered the pay-per-view. We were all like, what the fuck is this? Well, I never seen Clottey look like that. And then he just disappeared. That shit looked like a fix, bro. And then you look at it, Clottey's face didn't even look fucked up, and Pacquiao's face did. So it's just like, man, it looked like you were hurting Pacquiao, and then you just start going like that, bro. He wasn't, man, it got so bad, Pacquiao hit him with two punches at the same time. And hit him like that and clapped like he had some fucking tambourines and shit. That shit looked fake as fuck. And then he disappeared. That shit looked cap. So I don't know. I don't trust Kovalev like that. Y'all can. But the way he acting and stuff, I don't trust either either a possible fix, and I don't do that often. I don't like surmise that a fix could be in on my channel. I don't do a bunch of conspiracy theories. But that, or I don't trust that he has it in him to keep digging down deep whilst being hurt. How many fights do you think someone has that? Like, you're age 36, you're making good money. If Canelo starts fucking you up to the body, which everyone knows that you're susceptible there. And if Canelo start ripping and killing you, men, you are sugar. You say, you say the fucking truth. I don't get men. I'm sugar. I'm sugar. I don't get that part. Bird Sugar Shane Mosley, Sugar Ray Leonard. Who am I? Anyway, I just don't trust Kovalev. The way he's acting all giddy and selfies and stuff. I feel like either, maybe something underhanded, like where he just lay down and it looked hella weak and fake. And I'm like, damn, why didn't I watch this Nate Diaz? Man, I'm watching that Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal. Or two, or at least in real time. I'll watch the Canelo shit, but that's not my priority is the UFC fight. That's what I want to see the most. That, or, like I said, how many times do you think at an advanced age for boxing, 36, when you've been through wars, 36, 37, how many times is Kovalev going to be able to dig down to this deep depth where he's almost getting stopped and then pull it out against the younger guy? He just did that 2 weeks ago with Anthony Yard. So I don't think this is going to be that type of fight that you guys think it's going to be. I really don't. And I don't trust that Kovalev has it in him to keep going through hell and back. I just don't. Especially the habits I've heard he has. The habits I heard he has, he still seems like he like Tyson Fury, drink and party and stuff like that. I don't see it. I don't see it. Your body's going to fail you, I'm telling you. Especially if someone's game plan is to exploit your biggest weakness. Kamal Oz, Kovalev acting like Safari, Francisco Pianetta, and Tom Schwartz with Fury, acting all giddy, taking selfies. Yeah. Team Petty, block him. And another one. I got another body. Yeah, I'm hating. That's what's up. Look. Easy work, Team Petty. Old media is dead. I told you. This is literally the only thing. I say volumes of work. You could check everything I say. They don't say nothing about what I'm saying. They just make a blanket statement. So you know who won. I see them, they run. I'm actually formulating sentences, giving facts and input. These dudes say, oh, you're hating. Stop. Nobody believes it. It don't work. You got to do better. If you knew better, you do better. He said, oh, media, they've been crying in there. They was crying. Bro, we got them all out of sorts. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And the funny thing is, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. They mad at my opinion, and it's all supported and based on facts that led me to this. Listen, when Canelo fought Danny Jacobs, did I say anything negative about the fight? See, these dudes is weak. 7 days. They weak. I told y'all. They weak because they're man fans. When I didn't have a problem with Canelo Triple G. I didn't have a Canelo Floyd, Canelo Trout, Canelo whatever. The only time Canelo gets backlash or is when there's a reason. Ain't nobody just picking up. He said SWV. I don't know what it is that you done. Bro. These dudes act like, oh, where are the Canelo haters and all this? They treat this shit like a gang. They think this is Treyway or something. And then they start snitching. Oh, you go block me. They turn straight up to Tekashi, bro. Listen. The only time Canelo gets criticism is for controversial scorecards, failing a drug test, Paulie Malignaggi going crazy and everybody going crazy with the stakes and the clenbuterol and all this shit. Things that, seem suspect, mismatch it. That's what he gets criticism for. Period. Ain't nobody, when Canelo does right, if he gives Golovkin a rematch to a draw, nobody gave him criticism. The only criticism he had in that stanza was because he failed a drug test. Canelo fighting Kovalev. I think DAZN and Golden Boy, they thought this fight was going to blow over, like people would hear it and be marveled. But we just watched Kovalev's last fight. I just showed you Kovalev has not had a marquee name that he's knocked out since Jean Pascal in 2016. Yes, he's coming off a knockout. I get that. But again, Anthony Yard really hadn't fought nobody. Canelo has a way better resume than Anthony Yard walking into the Kovalev fight. Way better. And Canelo has more traditional training methods. Sparring, for one. He said old media is still using HBO tactics. Well, they're going to be right there with HBO boxing, defunct than a motherfucker. That don't work over here. You're hating. All right. Judge, anything else? Daniel 69 Hernandez. Yes, Your Honor. Ego that boy. Hey, you tripping. He probably would snitch on me. Anthony Yard was just gassed. Homie got knocked down with the jab. That was crazy. Kovalev just said, bow. Bow. He just was out, bro. That's what happens when you get tired. And Canelo knows how to preserve himself better than that. Canelo's been tired in a few fights. So, anyway, that's my truest thoughts with the whole Canelo situation. Why is Demetrius Andrade being shunted? He is aligned with DAZN. You would rather fight an ESPN fighter 2 divisions up in Kovalev than fight one of your own stable label mates or whatever you want to call it in Andrade? That tells you something. All right. Let's say your parents went to In-N-Out Burger, right? Your mom, dad, and your mom and dad were getting food for them. They didn't buy any food for you. And then they get home, and instead of 2 double doubles, they accidentally put 3 fries and 3 double doubles. So they have their food, a double double and a fry, and then there's an extra double double with the fry. They didn't intend to give you any, but it came free. You didn't get charged for it. They messed up the order. You're not going to phone a friend and say, hey, In-N-Out gave me this additional burger. Do you want it? If you have a kid or a friend that's right there without asking them. Do you get what I'm saying? You would ask your friend, your family member, your sibling, hey, I got this extra cheese. I got these cheeseburgers, right? Do you want it? You're not going to start, putting an ad in the paper and asking all these obscure coworkers and shit, calling them, asking. You're going to do the logical thing. So I think that's the same thing with DAZN. DAZN says they want to fight. You got Demetrius Andrade right there. Fans like me are down to support, Canelo versus Andrade. And you looking everywhere. Andrade's like, oh, pick me. I'll fight Canelo. Oh, shit. Who should Canelo fight? And you looking around, Andrade right there. Andrade talking greasy. Andrade's an Olympian. Andrade is a belt holder. Andrade provides you with clout. Andrade ain't never been stopped. This is more proof of what I've been saying. You would rather fight the guy who has 3 losses, 2 by stoppage, than the undefeated, tall, dark, and handsome, that's what he called himself, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Period. You could say Andrade ain't shit and this and that and make up a bunch of. This is what old media does. Oh, Andrade, he'll get destroyed. But okay, let's see it. Let me watch Canelo destroy Andrade, since he really hasn't even knocked anyone out. Who's Canelo knocked out in recent? Rocky Fielding? Who else? Okay, exactly. They rather just talk about it. We trying to be about it. We trying to see about it. They want Canelo to fight Errol Spence and, Kovalev on his way out because one's smaller and one's on the way out. Kovalev just said himself if he would have lost to Anthony Yarde, he was going to retire. So to me, anytime fighters openly talk about their retirement, often in statements like that, I'm not picking them. I'm not finna pick them. In a clutch fight scenario, I'm not gonna pick them because you already thought about getting out the game. So this could be your way out, and Canelo finna send you there. Now, I will say this, playing devil's advocate, just like Tyson Fury, Otto Violin. I'm thinking that I'm thinking like Canelo's team. I'm gonna say that again. I'm thinking my thoughts, what I'm thinking on why they picked Canelo picked Kovalev. I think his team picked him for the same reason. So I will say this to play devil's advocate. There is a chance that it could be an Otto Violin situation, and everything we anticipated Kovalev going through and not being able to get through, then there is that room for error that Kovalev resurrects from that deep place, some crusher shit, and then Canelo bit off more than he can chew. But as a betting man, I got to rock with Canelo. I got to pick him. You get what I'm saying? But playing devil's advocate, maybe he bit off more than he could chew. But Kovalev going to have to show me that. He talked about retirement. He was hurt in his last fight. He ain't really knocked nobody out. Like Kovalev, who's he knocked out? Even guys like Cedric Agnew, they was in there with rounds. Like, see, people don't really know boxing. Don't get it twisted. Kovalev has heavy hands. He has power. But there guys like Blake Caparello knocked him down. Guys like Cedric Agnew was hanging in there for some odd rounds. It wasn't like just a quick. And this guy didn't even have like the type of experience that Canelo has. And he still was able to, just be relatively in there. Canelo got a better defense, faster hand, all that, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Canelo versus Ward would be dope. Hell nah. They're not finna put him in there. Nello, he would lose officially for his second time since Mayweather. He's not beating Andre Ward. First of all, Andre Ward ain't the one you want to take out of retirement because I seen the dude pretty, a couple times, and he not out of shape like that. He don't be drinking and vaping and all this other bullshit. Hell no, they're not gonna make that. Trust me. Trust me on that one. Canelo will get dogged by Ward. Canelo will get dogged. Trust me. But see, the other thing is it's not even just a Dre Ward thing. Canelo would probably get dogged by a more active 75-pounder. That's why they're not putting him in there with the more active, youthful, hungry champs. Like, okay, put it this way. At this point, there's a difference between fighting Rances Barthélemy and Devin Haney. Right? And you can say Rances former champion. He's Cuban. I don't know his exact age, but I want to say he's probably 30s. He look about 30. I don't know. Devin Haney's in a whole different bracket of hunger because he's only 20. So this is still fun for him. It's like YouTube. People do this. Like, you can't compare my channel to any new motherfucker, bro. A channel that just been out for 60 days and pumping out some videos. Motherfucker, I'm like LL Cool J. I got longevity in this game. I don't care about, cause you know how many people I've seen do all right for a moment and then disappear into stop doing this. So, you know, I'm with the all-time greats of YouTube boxing. You know, this is years in the making, years consistent doing this. So you can't compare my channel to no new channel, because they don't have a silver play button and shit. We had to work for all that. So that's how I feel like with boxing. People like Devin Haney, people like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, they're at like either so young in their career they want to prove how good they are, or they're at like Crawford, Errol Spence levels where they're just like, man, I'm a champion and I'm so hungry, I'm gonna keep showing this way. I want to keep showing and proving and make more money, and I want to cop the new Lambo. You know, they setting goals for themselves. Kovalev on the back stretch of his shit is very evident. You know, just like when Canelo fought Kermit Cintron and Carlos Baldomir and Shane Mosley, and now Kovalev. It's a pattern. Golden Boy's been doing this. Shane Mosley was 40. Carlos Baldomir is a rapist, and he was 41 years old. Kermit Cintron was, I don't know his exact age, but I know he was long removed from the days of fighting Sergio Martinez. Yeah. Now he's fighting a 36, 37-year-old Kovalev. See, this is the difference. They don't give black fighters the true credit, and they being old media and all these other motherfuckers, right? And oftentimes, listen to me carefully. Listen to Boxingego, DBN, and 78 Sports TV, the Mount Rushmore of YouTube boxing. Man, salute to the OG blood. Man, been doing it. High level. Shane Mosley was coming off a loss to Pacquiao. Plus, he looked horrible versus Sergio Mora. And then before that, he lost to Mayweather. See, I know my boxing. I don't need Wikipedia. I don't need Google, all this shit. I am Wikipedia. I'm Egopedia, motherfucker. Oh, my gosh. These motherfuckers, I forgot more than y'all ever learned. Stop. Listen, my thing is this. Can we get some likes? Smash the like button. We working. Hope everyone's enjoying this glorious Friday. I got my tires done, so I feel good. I feel a little bit accomplished. I'm gearing up for fight week. It's gonna be crazy. I'm about to go to the liquor store, get some, you know, just I gotta unwind and drink. I gotta pack sometime soon. Bevo said he wants that Canelo work. Plus, he's a champion at 75. He said he'll even go to 168 for Canelo. Canelo never responds. But here's my point. If y'all want to hear this point about how they do black fighters, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? You can say hell yeah, or you can say the black channels. I'm going to explain to you. This is why I say black fighters have to do 5 to 12 times more to get the same or lesser credit from, you know, their constituents in the boxing world. Here's why. Notice in a lot of these scenarios, you have classic fights, and a black fighter is the older guy fighting the unthinkable younger guy and winning. Mayweather was the guy that was 37 taking on the 23-year-old Canelo. So Mayweather was the old man, you know, fighting Conor McGregor, who is younger and way bigger than him, and the Canelos. Mayweather's the guy 37 to 40 doing that. Bernard Hopkins is the guy who's 40-something taking on Tavoris Cloud, taking on Kelly Pavlik, you know. Kelly Pavlik, that's one of the main ones for B-Hop. He is the one 45 years old doing that. Look at Canelo's career. Canelo is still the younger one. They're not getting somebody younger than Canelo who looks like the fucking goods, and then Canelo got to school him up. They're getting Kovalev, who's older than Canelo by 6, 7, 8 years or whatever, been through wars, and getting him on the back half of his career. Just like Cotto was older. You know, Cotto After he fought Canelo, he probably fought a couple more times and then he was done, right? Carlos Baldomir was 40. Shane Mosley was 40. 40, 41, both of them. But notice how B-Hop got to be the 45-year-old taking on the 28, 29, hard as fuck from Youngstown, punching Kelly Pavlik. Mayweather got to be the guy who's 37, warding off Canelo for 12 rounds. Canelo still has the advantage. Canelo ain't fighting nobody who's like, who's his, what Mayweather Canelo, name Canelo when he did that, where he fought someone who was bigger than him and younger than him, but they looked like they were promising. So Canelo showed a lot of promise and was bigger than Floyd, and Floyd, set him back, knocked him off. Of course, Canelo was undefeated. Name a time Canelo did that. Like where Canelo had, I don't know everyone's exact ages off of the top of my head, but I would say Vodstick, Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol. Maybe these guys are around his age, a little bit older, or might even be younger, or about the same age. But they all have momentum. They're champions. And Canelo's not fighting none of them. Or like David Benavidez. That would be the perfect example. Mayweather was 37 fighting a 23-year-old. I forgot he's young. David Benavidez. That's a good one. Mayweather was 37 fighting a 23-year-old Canelo. Canelo is 30, 28 to 30 now. And David Benavidez is 22 and bigger than him. Zurdo Ramirez, I don't know his exact age, but he might be younger than Canelo too. Why is he not fighting none of these people? Why? And see, how come Canelo could just say, I don't want to fight nobody from Mexico? Why? Zurdo Ramirez, that'd be a great fight at 75. See, and listen, now we're talking. Day of the Dead is when Canelo's fighting, right? If Canelo fought Zurdo Ramirez to show what you can do at 75 and then stayed up there and then the winner got like Kovalev, I'd be with that. No cap. I'd be with that. Because then now you've at least showed me you can beat somebody who's, young, strong, bigger than you. Y'all used to spar or have sparred before. Then I'll be with that. Because it's proving something. But people are disrespecting these weight classes, making these freak moves and then just jumping. And like, come on, bro. We see it. They don't want to put no work in. Like, this is like a game. You got to put that work in, cuz. You got to put that fucking work in. People want to be part of the game without putting no work in. No initiation. No getting stomped out, packed out. They just want to put that. They want to get the quick notoriety, man. Oh, I'm a champion at 175. All right, stay up at 175 since you the champ. Oh, I'm a champion at 168. Bro, Canelo ain't done nothing at 168. He beat Rocky Fielding, and we have never seen him fight there again since. So you haven't done it. You haven't fought Caleb Plant, Benavidez, Anthony Durrell, Jose Uzcategui. Nobody. You haven't fought nobody like that. Caleb Smith. But I'm supposed to recognize you as a 3 and 4 division champ. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all know that, right? Y'all got me fucked up. And that's what's happening is people trying to do these magic tricks and shit. Nobody's asking you to do that. Just do the simple shit. Unify a division. Beat as many people in your divisions as you can. He hasn't done that. You beat Jacobs. The fight was closer than a lot of people said. And you beat Triple G once. And then arguably lost the other one. And you beat Chavez at a catchweight where he was drained. That's it. So you haven't even established yourself as the creme de la creme. People might view Canelo as the number one because of his resume and his skill, but he hasn't really proved that he could beat Andrade and Charlo or even Triple G cleanly in the eyes of some. So why I want to see you at 75 and you haven't even proven that? That's like the motherfuckers that buy rims and the rims cost more than their car. You get what I'm saying? How you going to pay? You haven't even paid your car note for the month and you putting beat in your car. You putting 15s in the back. Don't you think the priorities are fucked up at that point? when you haven't even made your car payment, you don't know if you're gonna have enough money, and you worried about putting beat in your car, speakers and shit. You got to pay for the car first. So to me, that's what Canelo has to do. You still got to earn your keep. Like Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo at featherweight, so he beat the guy the best guy at that time at featherweight that was feared to beat. So you instantly get that gratification. I get that. There's certain people like Dre Ward, he didn't have to sit up at light heavyweight and beat a lot of motherfuckers and stay there because he beat Sullivan Barrera, who was a rising contender or whatever, and then he went straight after Kovalev after a second tune-up fight, and he beat Kovalev. So yeah, that gives you the instant gratification, but nobody believes that Kovalev is the quintessential light heavyweight right now. I would not pick him to unify the division at all. Oh my gosh, classic. Ego said rims more than the car. That's what I'm saying. The priorities are backwards. You haven't even established that you the best at 60 or 68 where you're a champion. Why are you going for a fourth talking about his history? Man, Juan Manuel Marquez, that's Mexican history. That's one of my favorite fighters. Viva Mexico. Shout out to Juan Manuel Marquez. True Dawn, true legend. Recognize a real Dawn when you see one. That motherfucker beat Juan Diaz, who was supposed to beat him, beat his ass, and then tried for Mayweather. That's what I'm talking about. That's the old school boxing. He had proved everything he needed to prove. He gave Pacquiao tough fights, proved everything he needed to prove at lightweight. Then he beat in a war, which is an all-time classic. Juan Manuel Marquez beat the youthful guy younger than him, Juan Baby Bull Diaz, I think in Texas. I don't remember where they fought, but it might have been in Texas. That's how you go out. Then he moved up from lightweight. Canelo ain't done that. You ain't beat Charlo, and I don't even know if Triple G will beat Charlo and Andrade because neither one of them will fight him. So we don't really truly know. Period. We don't know. We don't know who's the best at 160. So me, I don't care about this 75. I want clarification. Who's the best 60 pounder? Who's the best 68 pounder? I'm out. I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all know what I'm saying. Marquez might knock Lomachenko out if they would have fought. Marquez is good, timing, hits hard. You know, and then Marquez went back up to welterweight and knocked Pacquiao out. That's legendary shit. Canelo didn't move up and then knock Golovkin out or he didn't knock nobody like Pacquiao out. Stop. This is some shit that Golden Boy is doing to make. They're like trying to create fake history. That's the best way to put it. They're trying to. They want it like written in stone so nobody does the research to see. Just like Tyson Fury in the lineal championship, they feel like, oh, once we accomplish it on a technicality, we can say he's a 4-division champ. But the people who lived it and realized what they did for the 3rd and 4th division, they'll put an asterisk by it. Period. I'm out.